Bonjour, hello, and welcome to this week's Homebrew Weekday video. How are you? As you can see, I've just recently got in from work. Look, I've just unbuttoned the top button of the shirt because apparently that's sexy. Yeah. Hello. All right. Yeah, work's going all right, I think. We're getting through the stuff. They're throwing more things at me, more technical things to do, and I'm just getting on with it, basically. And oh, that was the chair, by the way, not me farting. And yeah, it's absolutely fine. I wouldn't say I'm enjoying it because that would imply that there is some sort of enjoyment out of working in IT. And you probably all know, at least those that work in IT will know, it's not fun. It's just a job. Yeah, and that's fine, isn't it? A couple of thank yous before I ramble on and we have a little bit of a taste test on a beer. Thank you very much to, first of all, Mark, Mr. Crewwolf. Now, if you're following the casts on a regular basis, and even if you're not, you may know that every week now, around about 8:30, there or thereabouts, we are now doing a Make Roy Laugh. And the winner gets a mention in the following week's Homebrew Wednesday video. This week, I shall be mostly... It was Mark who made me laugh. So Mark, well done, mate. There is your prize. Bathe in it and enjoy it while it lasts. And the moment has passed. See, it's already gone, mate. I hope you enjoyed it. Secondly, a big thank you to another very good chum, Paul. Thanks, Paul, very much. I'm not going to say his last name because you don't need to know his last name. Paul has very kindly sent me a couple of beers in the post. Now, this one is not a Jaipur, it's just a bottle he's used. And I'll tell you what, Paul, can't be bothered getting these bloody labels off myself, mate. They're a bloody nightmare, aren't they? These ones that are basically just ironed on with super glue and a plastic. They're buggers to get off. This one is a American Stout. Now, Paul may or may not know, I'm not a massive stout fan, but I am very appreciative of anybody sending me beer, and my tastes are always changing. Okay, so you never know, I might like this one. American Stout, I don't really understand or know what that means. I've got a little fly flying around. A little fly, a little fly. Thanks very much for sending me that. You never know, mate, I might like it, don't I? And these beers he's just sent me, they're going to need a couple of weeks before I try them, so I will try them in a future Homebrew Wednesday video. We'll probably do a weekend review kind of thing. I'll stick a couple of videos up. This one I'm really looking forward to. This is a Vermont IPA. Oh, I wish I could smell it through the bottle, but I can't, sadly. But a big thank you more than anything to Paul, who said, right, I'm going to send you a couple of bottles of beer. If you're still living where you're living, which I am, fortunately, at least for the time being, at the current state of play. So he sent me a couple of beers, and then he said, I'm going to send you some yeast as well. And I thought, oh, that's very nice. He's going to send me either a vial or a couple of packets of yeast or something, you know, maybe even one. I don't know. Great people send me anything, really. I think it's brilliant. Thank you very much. I don't ask you to send me stuff. You know that, don't you? But I'm always really appreciative when you do. And he sent me this. I mean, there's 500 grams of yeast in there. Safal SO4. Thank you very much, sir. I really do appreciate it. There's enough yeast in there to last me a good while, isn't there? Now, I usually use a single sachet of the SO4, and sometimes I rehydrate. I think I've had this discussion with Paul before about rehydrating. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. But just recently I have made the effort to rehydrate more because the brews tend to kick off a little bit quicker then when you rehydrate. That's my recent findings anyway. And I'm changeable, what can I say? That's what makes me so fascinating. But you didn't have to do that, mate. I mean, I'm blown away. Thank you very much. It's really, really appreciated, and I've got plenty of yeast now, haven't I? I don't need to go out and buy any bloody yeast. Look at that, that's amazing, thank you. So, I can't unfortunately try Paul's beers because, as I said, he needs to leave them for a couple of weeks before they're ready. So I'm going to put them in the fridge and forget about them for a couple of weeks. But, as you know, fellas, where I work, I think I've said this before, there is a Tasda's just down the road, and we did some taste tests a couple of weeks ago on some beers during the broadcast on a Saturday night, and they weren't very good, sadly. So this week I bought 4 different beers. They haven't got a massive range in there. I think after this weekend's taste test that'll be it. But one did intrigue me, and it was this one. It's the Sticky Toffee Pudding Ale. And I looked at that and I thought, this is either going to be really disgusting or really nice. So I thought we'd open it while we're doing this week's Homebrew Wednesday. Unfortunately, I haven't got my glasses on. That's the chair again, before you start. So I'll just try and read out what it says here. If I move the bottle as far away from me as I can probably figure it out. Contains malted barley. Oh, yeah. That's it, really. Natural mineral water, malt, sugar, hops, yeast, caramel, natural toffee flavouring. Yeah. Based on the great British pudding, full of rich, sticky toffiness. And I thought, well, sod it, you know. It's all right. I don't usually drink during the week now I'm working, but as I haven't done a Homebrew Wednesday this week, I thought I'd do one. Hopefully, this won't go everywhere, but I'm just going to open it quickly. There's a glass under here. I'll quickly zap it into. No, oh, it's all right. It's all good. Look at that. Look at that. Sticky toffee, eh? Sticky Toffee Pudding Ale. Is this going to be disgusting or what? If you're interested, the brewer is Wells. Brewers since 1976, so they've not been out for very long. I've not seen any other beers around by them fellas, but I'm sure you have. Do let me know what their other beers are like, by the way, after I tell you what I think about this one. This is 5%, by the way. So yeah, I'm not going to go mad tonight. You know, it is Thursday night and I am working tomorrow, and I have to drive around the M25, fellas, for which so far this week I've got stuck in every day apart from today. Today was dead easy, and there's no rhyme or reason, of course. You just drive and you get stuck or you don't. There's no, you know, it's just one of those weird, peculiar things that no one really quite understands why. The mysteries of the universe. Why is the M25 always full of traffic, but sometimes it isn't? I don't know the answer to that one. I don't think anyone does. So I did pour it a little bit urgently. So there we go. I mean, look at that. That's quite a dark colour, isn't it? It's quite nice, actually. It's quite clear, as you can see through it. I've got bloody fruit flies out in my conservatory, fellas. So I need to make sure I don't do any brewing out of here, I think. I should do it all from the kitchen. Anyway. It smells of toffee. It smells of sticky toffee. I mean, it smells really nice, because if you like sticky toffee pudding, I mean, I don't know if you do, but I bloody love it. I love sticky toffee pudding with custard. Oh, oh, matron, oh. Well, I've gone all Kenneth Williams. So let's have a little bit of a sip then, eh? Oh. Yeah, that is sticky toffiness. Very sickly and sweet. You couldn't drink more than one of these, fellas. It's fine for a one-off beer. there is no way you could drink more than one of these. Well, you might be able to if you're on for a bet or something, but it's really sticky, toffee pudding-y. So I guess you're getting exactly what it says on the bottle, just for once. Sticky toffee pudding ale, very sickly, sweet, and toffee-y. Not really my thing. It's fine. If I had to mark it out of 10, I suppose as it's pretty much what it says on the label. This one, it's sticky toffee-y. So I guess 7.5 out of 10, I suppose. It does taste like sticky toffee pudding. Very caramelly. It's not that bad actually, but you can't drink more than one. No way. I would struggle to drink all of that, I think. So that's all I've got to say really, fellas, this week. Just thought I'd pop in and say hello, and thank you very much again to Paul for sending me a big, massive packet of yeast. I wasn't expecting that at all. I honestly thought it would just be, you know, like a sachet or a vial at the, you know, at the worst, you know, like a vial. You didn't even have, I mean, I wasn't even expecting that, you know what I mean? So for anyone to send me one of these is just, it's quite, yeah, it's a very nice thing to do. Thank you very much. And cheers to Mark for making me laugh last weekend as well. Who's going to make me laugh this weekend, fellas? The only way you're going to find out is tune into next week's Homebrew Wednesday video, or even better, jump on the cast this weekend and join us and have a laugh. We're doing the Uvu calls again. So if you want to talk about beer, you can always pop in the cast and we'll stick the Uvu on and we'll have a chat between us about what beers we're drinking, what's going on at the moment, and that kind of stuff. That's always good fun. Usually we do that a bit later on in the evening when everyone's a few sheets to the wind, a bit pissed in other words. And yeah, it's usually good fun and we have a good time. So hopefully we'll see you then. If not, we'll see you on next week's Homebrew Wednesday video. But for now, cheers fellas. Thanks to Paul, and we'll see you next time. Ta-da.